Welcome. And today I'm going to ask you 84 questions. So let's start. What's the first thing you do every morning as a business owner?
Nothing fancy, just get up, have breakfast.
What inspired you to start your business?
So I'd say what inspired me is more just I hated my job at the time and I didn't really venture into business at this point. I worked at Wetherspoons, and I mean, who wants to work at Wetherspoons? So I kind of thought about it and thought, well, I wish I could work from bed at home. And to be fair, you can do business from in your bed. That's how it started anyway. Obviously, that's not the truth now, but yeah.
How did you make your first $10,000?
It was actually drop shipping. It wasn't the business that I do now. So yeah, and it was in lockdown 2020, I believe.
What's the hardest part of running a six-figure business?
I'd say probably time management, because it gets very busy. It's hard to stay organised. I know some people would be like on top of that. Personally, I'm not. I'm a bit of a mess when it comes to time management, but it does work out in the end, so it's fine.
What's the best part?
Probably money and the freedom that comes with it. Not having to have a 9 to 5, no one telling me what to do.
How many hours do you work a day?
Really depends. So yesterday we worked for like 12 hours straight. Sometimes we've done 18-hour days, sometimes 4. It really depends on what needs doing, and obviously we're our own boss, so we can do it how we please.
What's a misconception people have about entrepreneurs?
That you have to be all flashy, having like a Lamborghini and going to Dubai and travelling and making your Instagram look as fancy as possible and not giving value.
When did you realise you were successful?
Well, I didn't realise now, but I'd say it's kind of like set in now because we've moved to this house and I just never thought I'd live somewhere like this.
How do you deal with burnout?
I've never really dealt with it well, but I haven't been burnt out in ages, and I think the best way to deal with it is to just not get burnt out in the first place. You can't really deal with it, you just have to wait until you're not burnt out anymore.
What's the best investment you've made in your business?
Probably mentorship.
How do you structure your day for productivity?
We come up with like a to-do list with like A, B and C. So A being like the most important tasks that need doing that day. B is like also as important, but it's not like mandatory, it has to be done. And C are just kind of tasks that need to be done like maybe within the week. And then we do that every morning just so we know what needs doing every day.
How do you stay motivated during tough times?
I think it depends like where you are. Like when we didn't really have a lot and we were just starting out, it was harder to be motivated, but I guess the motivation was we wanted to move out and obviously progress with life. Now we've moved out, I think the motivation is to obviously be able to afford life. And I think the biggest motivation is I'd never want to go back to a 9 to 5 ever.
How important is mentorship?
Very important. I would have said it's not before I did mentorship, because you think you know it all. You have to make the mistake yourself to know that you're not good enough without obviously investing into the knowledge. You either have to spend like loads of time learning things yourself, or you can always pay someone to teach you, and obviously it skips all the time and then you get all the knowledge straight away. It's either time or money, and I'd always now choose to spend the money to save time because time's more valuable.
What's something you wish you knew before starting a business?
That's not going to work out overnight. It can do. I have had moments where, like when I did dropshipping, it did work overnight, but not to have the expectation that it is going to work overnight. If you're not in it for the long run, like looking 6 months, 12 months, or like even 5 years into the future, if you'd still be doing it for that long because you really wanted it, and if you weren't willing to, then it's probably not for you.
What does success mean to you?
I'd say like us having like a family in future, and obviously having like a nice house, having the security and never being stressed about money would probably be my idea of success, and being able to travel the world.
How do you balance work and life?
I'd say work kind of is life at the moment. I'd say like once you have more people working for you and you're kind of just at the top, that would be like where you balance it more. But at the moment we're like really invested into business, and I wouldn't change a thing.
What's the most underrated business tip?
Probably never giving up, because there's a little bit of truth behind it. You could give up at a point where something big's going to happen, but you gave up right before, so you would have never known what could happen.
How do you deal with failure?
I think the first time you deal with failure, it hits you quite hard because you think like that's it, but you have to push through it and move past it and realise that you have to fail to obviously learn from your mistakes and grow from it also.
What's the biggest risk you've taken?
Spending 9k on mentorship when that was every penny in our bank account.
What software/tools do you use every day?
Notion.
Do you believe in work-life balance?
I'd actually say no, because like I said, I feel like work is life, but maybe one day I'll understand it more.
What advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Leave your job and get into this sooner. I think that's my biggest regret, is not getting into business sooner, because I'm nearly 25 and I know that's still young, but I could have accomplished all of the stuff I have when I was 18 if I just did it back then. And obviously I wouldn't have had to work at my old job for the many years I did.
How did you get into OnlyFans management?
I used to run an influencer marketing agency, and there was this girl on there that we used to do like brand deals for, and she wanted to start an OnlyFans, and I messaged her and I was like, well, I want to help you, because I thought, well, I already kind of manage her for the influencer side, so I was like, what's the harm in obviously helping her with the OnlyFans? So I kind of taught myself like the basics, and yeah, she was my first client.
What's the craziest DM a model ever got?
Can't say it here on YouTube.
What's one thing people don't know about managing creators?
Probably that you're not just managing them, you're managing like their personal brand.
How do you help your models go viral?
By making content verticals structured to them, like based around their personality, not just getting all of our creators to do the same thing just because it's like trendy.
What's the difference between a good and great creator?
A good creator listens to everything we say and implements it, but sometimes slacks and doesn't take it like 100% seriously, but still gets decent results, obviously. And a great creator would be that, but without the slacking, and they just kind of live and breathe their business and their personal brand, and they just want to work really hard.
What's the most money a creator made in 1 month under you?
62k.
What red flags do you look for in potential creators?
So I think the biggest red flag would be how they respond to you when you first speak to them. If they show up for the call, the first initial call, their kind of attitude towards why they do OnlyFans, if they're doing it for the right or wrong reasons. And I'd say as well, once you sign a creator, you may think they're a green flag. Red flags can show, and it will always show in the first week, and it will mainly be because they don't put effort into their content.
How do you deal with creators who don't follow your strategies?
Well, if they don't follow it initially, then try and get them to understand why they should, and if they still don't, then we'll put them into our C category for creators.
How do you keep content fresh and engaging?
There's obviously following trends. If there's a hot trend, obviously get our creators to jump on it, but kind of shaping it around their personality and kind of letting it shine through so their content's more authentic. I think the authenticity of it and telling that the creator is really like engaged in their own content. And it's important to get our creators into like a market of one, because then they have no competition.
What's your biggest creator success story?
Probably taking a creator that we signed on. Her previous management had destroyed her OnlyFans down to, I think, 2k a month, and we took it up to 21k in the first month of working with her.
Do you ever face judgment for working in this industry?
No, not that I know of. I feel like definitely people who are like salty about me doing it or jealous probably have something to say. And not all of my family know about it, but it's better if it stays that way. Like my immediate family, like my mum and dad and everything, no, but there's no point telling my grandparents, if you know what I mean.
What's next for your agency?
Working on a project right now. I'm not gonna spill what it is because no one else does it, but we're gonna be testing it on one of our biggest creators, so stay tuned.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
Coffee or energy drinks? iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
City life or countryside?
I'd say both, but considering we live in the country, I'm gonna go country, but I do like the city.
Favourite holiday destination?
Bora Bora.
One thing you can't live without?
My phone.
Favourite way to unwind after work?
Play Minecraft.
Who inspires you the most?
Probably myself. Sounds egotistical, but like you can only push yourself, right? Obviously I do look up to people, but I inspire myself the most, I guess.
What's your go-to productivity hack?
Anything that involves writing on a whiteboard.
What's a hobby no one expects you to have?
Skiing.
What's one thing you always splurge your money on?
Nando's.
Book or podcast recommendation?
Anything Stephen Bartlett. Diary of a CEO.
How do you celebrate a big win?
Probably with a Nando's.
Favourite quote or mantra?
Everything happens for a reason, literally.
Do you believe in manifestation?
No.
What's your star sign?
Gemini.
Are you more logic or emotional led?
Logic.
What's something people always ask you about?
If they can have a job.
Where do you see your business in 5 years?
Being an 8-figure company.
Would you ever sell your company?
Yes.
What's one skill you're learning right now?
Well, I wouldn't say learning, but I think I'm working mainly on my social skills. I've always been like massive, like anxious person when it comes to social things, even video calls, but I'm getting better at it.
What's a new revenue stream you want to explore?
Something to do with Airbnb.
What's your next big milestone?
100k per month.
Who would be your dream business partner?
Already have one.
How do you want to be remembered?
To be honest, I don't really care. I don't. Like, I don't care what anyone thinks.
That's crazy. Do you want to mentor others?
Yes.
What's one fear you had to overcome?
Public speaking.
How do you keep growing as a person?
Learning new things, trying new things.
What's your message to future entrepreneurs?
Don't rent cars for your Instagram page.
What's your love language?
Being annoying.
Are you more introverted or extroverted?
Introverted.
What's your toxic trait?
Being annoying.
What's one thing you're secretly really good at?
Writing.
What's your most used emoji?
Probably the laughing face.
What's your biggest irrational fear?
The Thames barrier.
If you can live in any era, when would it be?
No.
Do you believe in astrology?
No.
What's your dream day off look like?
I don't want a day off. But something with Nando's.
What's a hill you'll die on no matter what?
Like, it is what it is.
If money wasn't a factor, what would you be doing right now?
Probably something with animals.
What's something you changed your mind about recently?
Doing business with friends.
What's your most controversial opinion?
Everyone's such a snowflake.
What's one thing you would never do no matter how much you got paid?
Go deep sea diving.
What's your biggest ick in people?
When they have like no ambition.
What's your idea of a perfect relationship?
Everything I have now.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
What's a red flag in friendships you instantly notice?
God, so many. When they don't make time for you.
If someone made a movie about your life, what would the title be?
Slay.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
People thinking they know it all.
What is your spirit animal and why?
Probably a fox, because I'm like sneaky and I'll just get away with anything.
Welcome, and today I am going to ask you 83 questions.